एक मिनट ना. Yeah. Let's start, everybody. All right.
Progress.
Good morning, all of you. Let's go ahead. We're in the last segment of this chapter, okay? House property. We're almost about to finish it now, okay? Have we covered all the cases, theory, everything? Tell me what I'm talking about. That case had we covered of real estate builder. His property will be what? The GAV, gross annual value. The annual value will be taken as nil. But up to how many years? Tell me quickly. Do you remember? For real estate builder, the house property as stock in trade. Correct. The annual value will be taken as nil for 2 years from the end of the financial year in which construction completion certificate was issued. Clear, all of you? Correct. That means after the third year, it will be considered under income from house property, even if it is a trading asset. Clear? He should actually give it on rent or sell it out. But if it doesn't do any of it, then it is deemed let out. Then we had covered one more case about unable to occupy the house property because of which reason? Business or profession or employment. Correct, Elio? So the property which you could not occupy, that's annual value again will be taken as GAV will be taken as nil. Correct, Elio? And there's something one point written over there. No benefit should be derived from that property. That means you should not have given it on rent or given it to somebody else or etc. It should not be any kind of savings for you. Okay. In that case, again, the GAV will be taken as nil. And the last part which we had covered was which one? Composite rent. Composite, do you remember? It was mixture of rent. So there were a couple of cases where the income from house property is not main income. It is just a ancillary or a allied activity. Remember that? Allied. What example I gave you? Factory take their rent from house rent from the employees because they're providing township homes or houses in a township. Remember that? The bank, the colleges provides bank a space to run their business, etc. Then we covered this composite rent. The lettings are separable or lettings are not separable. Okay. If lettings are separable, the space and the furniture can be given separately. Then for space, house property, and for furniture, etc., PGBP or IOS. But if they cannot be separated at all, then it will go under what? PGBP or IOS compulsory. Nothing in but what? Income from house property. Isn't it, everybody? This we had covered. Okay. All right. So I think I also covered this part. Deduction not allowed. 25. This one. Which one? 25. Correct. Inadmissible deduction also we have covered. Remember that? What is the concept is about section 25? It is about the interest expenditure, interest deduction, 24B. But you will not be allowed if at all you have paid that interest outside India without deducting tax at source. Remember? And the recipient, the lender also doesn't have any agent in India. Agent means a representative in India. Okay? Fine. Which question number is pending now then? Okay, Mansi. 37 is pending. Yeah. We'll just quickly give it a answer for it. Question number 37. But come on, let's go over there. Ready? Simple question it is. Mr. X has 2 flats at Solapur. 2 flats. Since he is working with a company in Pune, a flat in Solapur is vacant. But for which reason? He's working. Currently, yeah? So because of employment or business or profession, a property remains vacant, could not be occupied. So I told you self-occupied also includes unoccupied. So GAV will be taken as nil. Explain the tax implications. Will your answer change if he's staying within his father's flat in Solapur for family reasons and his flat is vacant? Okay, everybody? So let's quickly write down case 1. If a house property is vacant, that is unoccupied, due to reasons of employment, right? Business, profession, then GAV of such property is taken as nil. Correct, Elia? Therefore, GAV of vacant flat profession. Employment, business, or profession was that, no? Therefore, GAV of vacant flat at Solapur is nil. Not clear, all of you? We'll go ahead, all of you. Second case, did you understand what are they saying? Will your answer change if he's staying in his father's flat in Solapur for family reasons and his flat is vacant? The answer will change. Currently that is there. That is there. But we will not take, it is at least not for this purpose. If there are 2 flats only as such, then yes, as it is, no, automatically we are allowed to take 2 properties as SOP. But the reason is what that we have to check. So it is not falling under the business, profession, or employment purpose. Okay. So we'll write down that. Since the flat is not vacant, due to employment, business, or profession, benefit of nil GAV not available, full stop. However, an assessee is normally allowed to consider any two house property as SOP. Done till all of you? Fortieth. Get a small star mark for your concept clarity question. Explain under which head of income following incomes will be taxable. Okay. Okay. First case. Mr. C lets out his flat to Mr. D and Mr. D lets it out to Mr. E. What is the case, but you tell me? Who is the owner of the house? C, the owner of the house. That's why he lets it out, lets out. I'm just writing let. Or I just written let out. And D to bachcho what? Mr. E. But is bachcho sub let out. Correct, all of you? So understand, obviously, E is paying rent to D. Correct, Elio? And D is paying rent to C. Regus example will not come over here. Regus I had explained last time. REGUS, Regus. But that is not, Mr. D is not directly into the business of taking properties and again giving it on rent. It is not given to us. It is just simple case of subletting. Let us say I have seen, let us say Mr. C has given a flat to Mr. D. And out of that, Mr. D has given only one room to somebody else on rent. Which example I had given it for this? Tell me, do you remember that? That shops I told you. Tea shop, tea stall shop. One person has taken a shop on rent, but he himself is not paying the entire rent. He has put 2-3 people, dosa person, vada pav person, dabeli, chaat, etc. No? 2-3 stalls, and all the stalls are paying that main tenant their own respective rent, and then the tenant is paying the rent to the you'll say this owner. The shop and ATM was different. ATM is there in the shop was a different case. Do you remember that, guys? Or ATMs are also there in schools and colleges. Which case is that? That is ancillary or extra income. That is not the main business income. Right? That was ancillary, or ancillary means all related income. Factory takes rent from factory workers for houses. College takes from ATM or bank that way. Rent income. I'll go into that. It will go under PGPP. Very good. It will go under business income. Yes. So what about this bacho? Letting and subletting. What about Mr. C? For Mr. C, definitely it is income from house property. But what about Mr. D? Is it also house property or some other head of income? I think the answer is given on the first page of this chapter. Correct. Okay, Dalia, can you see the last line? Income from subletting is not taxable as income from house property. Okay. So just write down that. We'll write on the same line. Income from subletting is not treated as income from house property. It can be taxable as income from other sources. However, Mr. C being owner of house property, his income is what, bacho? His income is treated as income from house property. His income is treated as income from house property. Done till here? Okay. We did lots of practice of the chapter, I think. I mean, at least to get a good grip of the chapter. Next one, B. A Limited rents out its building to B. A Limited. The main object of A Limited, as per its memorandum, is letting out house properties. Okay, good, Mansi. Yes, Indrajit, correct. Yes, Nitin. Which sort of income? Business income. Okay. Yes, very good. Yes, yes, yes. The assessee company is in the business of letting out of properties. Such income will be taxable under PGBP. Done till here? C. Basically lets out a building for 2 lakhs and furniture for 15,000. Okay, so he's given something on rent. What? The space that is building as well as furniture. These lettings are separable. However, a single agreement is entered into for both the fittings. That means you'll get the entire invoice or agreement is made for 2,15,000. Okay, maybe on the invoice he has shown these different amounts. or he has shown just one single figure, doesn't matter. Check over here. A single agreement is made that will get a building and furniture for 2,15,000. What, bacho, which category it will go? It is first of all composite rent. Fine. It will go under which head of income? Lettings are separable, then it is composite rent. Correct. When lettings are separable, there are two heads of income or one head of income only? That is the question. When lettings are separable, there are two heads of income. Correct, Elia? Irrespective what the agreement says, I have told you that. Irrespective of what the agreement says. The agreement says one single amount for both the lettings, but if the lettings are separable, even the bacho, heads of income will be separate. Clear, Elia? For building, it will go under house property, and for furniture, bacho will go under PGBP or IOS. Very important. Okay. So give a star mark here. So write down. For composite rent, comma, if lettings are separable, for composite rent, if lettings are separable, then income from building will be taxed under income from house property and income from furniture. Will be taxed under PGBP or what, bacho? IOS. Okay, depends from case to case. PGBP or IOS. What is IOS? Income from other sources. Fine till here? Done? Sorry. D. Done, not Delio? Let's go ahead, everybody. Mystery lets out auditorium at two different contracts, and two different contracts are entered. That is 2 lakh rupees for hall and rupees 40,000 for two different contracts. Okay. And rupees 40,000 for chairs attached therein. Like an auditorium, bacho. The chairs are attached, the furniture are attached, etc. Are the lettings separable? The lettings are now not separable. You'll get hall with the chairs, you'll get chairs with the hall. They cannot be separated now. Very good. And now since the lettings are not separated, it will go on directly under PGP or iOS. You got it, everybody? Again, a small star mark. See, purposely I put this kind of concept questions. With example, your head will be clear. Could you understood? The same thing we'll write down, but from another point of view. For composite rent, if the lettings are not separable. Their entire income will be taxed under PGBP or IOS. All right. Done till all of you? In your answer, if it is a theoretical answer, always underline important word, okay? Letting separable, then building house property, furniture, PGBP, you know? Simple. So make the paper checkers work easy. All right. Let's go ahead, everybody. E, point number E. Mr. G has a factory in which there is a residential colony having workers' quarters. Okay, I hope quarters you understand, workers' quarters. Not guest house, colony, workers' colony. A nominal amount of rupees 1,000 is recovered every month from workers. So basically, there is income to Mr. G na, over there. Correct, Elio? Which head of income? This rupees 1,000. Very good, Indrajit. Okay. Give me head of income. What was the main question asked? Head of income. Which head of income? There are 5 heads of income. That's it. Kushbu? Yes, correct. This is which case, by the way? Which case is this? Achha. So I don't know, even if you read the next case, is it same? F, tell me. An office gives space on rent. An office, that means it is already a business. So it is giving some of the space on rent to run a canteen or branch of the bank. Is E and F bacho same? Tell me. It is same. Okay. So I'm writing in the same answer. No. That 3 columns we had, composite, and the left one. Just now, today only we revised, no? It is ancillary to the main income. This one. Letting out is just supplementary to the main business. Yes, Celia? This part. Understood, everybody? Mansi, okay? Let's go ahead. So write down. If letting out is supplementary, if letting out is supplementary, to the main business, then rental income is taxable as business income, that is PGBP. That is PGBP. Done till all of you? And point number G, check. An assessee who was deriving income from house property Realized a sum of rupees 15,000. I hope you understand meaning of the word realized means received. Okay. Proceeds of issue, etc. That means that the money is received. So an SSC who was deriving income from HP, he got 52,000 rupees on account of display of advertisement. On account of display of advertisement hoarding of various concerns, that is various businesses, on the roof of the building. On the roof of the building, on account of display of advertisement hoarding. He claims that this amount should be considered under HP, income from HP, and not under IOS. He claims the assessee claims. How do you deal with the following issue under provisions of income tax act? So obviously there is a case law for that. So that answer I'll directly give you the answer. That a case law, the court has decided the answer for this. But what is the, I mean, did you understand the type of income? I'll just give you a small example. Have you heard of mobile towers? Correct? Okay. So mobile towers, bacho, if you understand, they are not obviously in the city, but there are small towers also in the some locations or some vacant area. Especially, let us say who has vacant area, farmers, etc. Small area, let us say 100 square feet like this, 10 by 10, something like that. Okay. Or let us say 20 by 20. So that location is taken. It is fenced. Fence, you understand fencing? Compound. And the tower, the mobile tower is erected over there. So, and the rent is paid to the owner of the land. Something similar used to happen also in cities. Now you don't see much, but yes, there are mobile towers or small towers on the top of the building. Correct, Ilya? So now there is use of space on the top floor. You can say top floor of the building, terrace, and the rent income is paid to the society or owner of the bungalow, whatever it is. Clear, Ilya? That can be one case. Another case, again, you will see practically is on the signals or choke, you call it, choke, the center of the roads. There are some buildings, and again on the top of the building, or also at times at the front of the building. The building is covered, but there are holdings. Those holdings means advertisement holdings are attached on the building, or they are standing on the roof of the building. Clear, Clear? All of you? So obviously, income from that holding or boarding, whatever you want to call it, holding actually, that is the nature of the transaction. Okay, the income from the advertisement. But now since it is attached to the building, in that case, what does section 22 normally talks about? What do we tax? Your building or any land appurtenant thereto. Yes, Celia. Income from a building or any land. Land, you understand? Appurtenant was what? Attached thereto or annexed. Attached thereto. That goes under a house property. However, the court has ruled, but the courts have ruled that, especially income from house property, whatever said and done, it goes under your business income or IOS, income from other sources. You have to look at the nature, not just because it is just attached to the building, it becomes house property. So code has to go under the intention also, the main purpose. Clear, everybody? So just because it can stand over there, it doesn't lead to income from house property. It goes under PGP or IOS. Clear? So I'm just simply going to write down income from advertising. It is advertisement income only. Okay. So write down. Income from display of. Have you gone to any malls or multiplexes? Okay. Over there, just outside the multiplex or around the multiplex, you will see lots and lots of small boardings or holdings again, digital holdings of the brands. Whoever are selling in that mall or in the multiplex, you will see their own display of their own advertisement board. Okay. So it is again income for the income for the multiplex or income for the mall. So again, this income goes under business income or IOS. Yes, Nitin. Income from display of advertisement hoarding. Is taxable as PGBP or IOS PGP or income from other sources, and not income from house property. You might have seen them, but different types of advertisements. We have done bus advertisement for 1 month. Then we are doing our currently bus this bus stop holding we are doing currently. And in future, there will you might have seen the advertisement in newspapers. I'm not talking of mine or ours. No, normally. Now again, in that case, there can be small box in the newspaper or big box, whatever, or the pamphlet is given. That can be the form of advertisement of classes. No? Generally, I'm talking about. And one more we'll have in near future in Pune. That inquiry was also already going on. The details were already going on. Will be on metros also, but not just on metro railway station inside the metro. Niraj sir was on Pune district bus. Not so much, hardly 50-100 buses, not much. Anyways, but not inside the metro railway. That is already happening in local trains. Okay, that is already happening on local trains. But on the, I'm talking of this, what do you call it? Structure, bridge, not what do you call it? Metro, what do you call it? Bridge. All the construction they are doing. Flyover. What do you call it? Proper word for that. Those pillars of the metro. On that also permanent, you can now do advertisement over there. Per pillar they charge. That concept is already going on in Mumbai. Per pillar, you can put advertisement on the pillar of that metro. Okay. And in obviously other cities it will start. Only form of advertisement I think is right now not available or not allowed is on the roads. On the road. That will be obviously distracting to the driver. And second, right now is not yet again much explored in India is advertisement in air. That hot air balloon or the airplanes you use in some movies you might have seen for big display. That is not yet fully functional as such. Anyways, I think that completes. While traveling, someone asked me, where do you go for coaching? I showed him the bus. Wow. Collar tight. Okay. That completes all the question, Bachu, tell me. All right. I want to cover or just go through the study material also. Okay. So that you will also have a feeling, I will also have a feeling that we have completed everything. Some example here and there may be there in the study material that will finish it off. I have covered almost everything, but just for the sake of mental peace. Okay. We'll go through the study material also. Great. We'll go through everybody quickly. Yes. Income from vacant land, Bachu, tell me. Letting out of vacant land. There is no structure on the land. It goes under what, Bachu? IOS. Correct? Mainly. Or it can also go under PGBP. Finally, here. If you want later on, I'll upload this same PDF with my markings. Once you have your own study model with you, the physical one, then you can mark down over there also. Okay. The things you have covered quickly. Composite rent we have covered. Okay. Outside India also we have covered. Yes, we have covered that. So outside India property can also be let out or self-occupied. And another important point, that corporation tax paid outside India is also allowed as deduction. Remember that? That was an important concept. Huh? Corporation tax, municipal corporation London, you pay the municipality taxes, allowed as deduction. Okay. Remaining examples we have covered. Part of the year SOP, part of the year let out, some portion of property SOP, some portion of the property let out. Check this. Remember that? What do you mean by unoccupied? He could not occupy for what reason? Employment, business, or profession. Correct? Covered. Deemed to let out we have covered. Stock and trade covered. Part let out, part this done. What do you mean by notional? For the namesake, it is not real income. Which one I'm talking about? Deemed to be let out. Right? In deemed to be let out, are you actually getting some income? No. But still, but you are taxing, we are taxing its capability. Right? Assuming it. Isn't it? You're not actually paying it, but you are charging it. Unrealized rent done. Rule number 4 done. (24A) done. 24B also done. Okay. Pre-conditional period interest done. 1/5 done. This is your ceiling limit also done. Correct? Not, this is not covered in my textbook. Check. Ready? Just pay attention. Mr. Manas owns 2 HP, one at Bombay, wherein his family resides, another at Delhi, which is unoccupied. He lives in Chandigarh. Now understand. For his employment purposes in a rented house. Is Chandigarh property his own? No, that is given on rent, bacho. That is taken on rent. Taken on rent. For acquisition of house property at Bombay, he has taken a loan of 30 lakh rupees at 10% per annum on 1/4/21. Finally, we'll solve this. He has not repaid any amount so far. That means the entire principal is outstanding. Okay. In respect of HP at Delhi, he has taken a loan of rupees 5 lakhs at 11% per annum on 1/10/21 towards repairs. Are you understanding the difference? Tell me, bacho. Acquisition ceiling limit is what normally ceiling limit is what? 2 lakhs. So there are some 5 conditions. Loan taken on or after 1/4/1999, self-occupied property. Then for only acquisition or construction, acquisition or construction, the acquisition or construction is completed within 5 years from the end of the financial year in which loan was taken. Okay. So obviously there is no doubt about it. It is all the rules have been satisfied. So 5 lakhs, ceiling limit will be 2 lakhs for that property. But however, this property, bacho, Delhi, the loan is taken for repairs. Ceiling limit is 30,030, correct? And but overall, bacho, overall also the ceiling limit is 2 lakh rupees, isn't it? Compute deduction which would be available to him under 24B for AY 2024 in respect of interest payable on such loan, right? Mr. Manas can claim benefit of nil annual value, isn't it? In respect of his house in Bombay and Delhi, since no benefit is derived by him. No benefit is derived by him means what? Neither the Bombay property, neither the Delhi property, bacho, is given on rent. He's not getting any benefit from the same. Okay. As well as he cannot occupy such property due to the reason of what, bacho? Employment. Basically, houses in Bombay, Delhi, and he's working in Chandigarh. So he's unable to occupy So as it is even unoccupied bacho, we will take GAV as nil. Clear till here? So what remains now for such kind of properties where GAV is nil, only what will be applicable? 24B deduction. Is it okay? Sure. So quickly let's check. Have they given you, bacho? Tell me. The pre-concession, etc. Anything have they given you? Pre-concession, etc. Nothing. But 1 for 21. We are doing for PY 22, 23. Hai na? Fine. Have they given you anything date? No. Fine. And this was 110, 21. All right. Let's go ahead, everybody. All right. Let's check. Whatever said and done, bachu. Can you see this 2 lakhs? This is 2 lakhs ceiling limit current year, and this 30,000 also ceiling limit. House wise and cumulative bachu also proper. The ceiling limit is 2 lakhs. Is it clear? Check here. First loan was how many amount? 30 lakhs, 10%. Clear till here? Entire year's current year. They have not gone into pre-concession, etc. Okay, they have not complicated it. So current interest bachu 3 lakhs, restricted to 2 lakhs for the property. And second property, how much? The loan was of 5 lakhs, 11%, 55,000. Yes or no? Check here. 5 lakhs, 11%. And that also they have taken for entire year or no? I don't know. Yes, entire year. 22, 23, entire year they have taken. Okay? But restricted to 30,000. Clear till here? See, even if your final answer is 2 lakhs, but if by mistake, pay attention. Even if your final answer, you know, it cannot be more than 2 lakhs. But here also, if you write down 2 lakhs, so 2 lakhs and 2 lakhs, 4 lakhs, but 4 lakhs is subject to 2 lakhs, that is a wrong answer, definitely. Are you getting my point? House wise, also your answer should be correct. Khushbu, Mansi, Rashid, Nathan, tell me. Did you understand or no? Pakka? Fine. So they have not considered anything of pre-concession period, etc. All right, nothing of pre-concession overall. Fine. Okay, some point over here, which see there can be some points cases here and there which are not there in my notes. Okay, unpaid purchase price would be considered as capital borrowed. Unpaid purchase price, where a buyer enters into an arrangement with the seller to pay the sale price in installments to the seller, they said, not banker, to the seller. Are haan na? What if, but you understand, try to understand. What if the builder is also kind of cash rich? A builder gets the permission to sell the property in installments. I can sell my pen drive, but the video lectures in installments. Even the builder can sell the property and get the money in installments. Obviously, charging with a little bit higher rate of interest. I hope you are aware of cash sales and credit sales. This concept. Are you understanding my question? What did I say? You remember cash sales versus credit sales. But the prices are not same. Or you can say you give cash discount. Simple. Time, value of money. No headache of recovery. No data in the balance sheet. Nothing recoverable, no risk at all completely. However, if you're doing a credit sale, then obviously charge 1 or 2 months interest indirectly. You charge it. That's why cash price or cash sales are cheaper. Credit sales are, amount wise, it is higher. I hope that is clear. So here, but what I'm telling you, the seller is selling in installments. Is it okay? The seller is selling in installments. I mean, he has agreed to take the money in installments along with the what interest? Check. To pay the sale price in installments along with interest due thereon. Now, so therefore, check. The seller becomes the lender. The seller becomes the lender. He is giving you credit now. The bank is, you are not entering into a bank transaction. You are not taking loan. I hope this much you understood. So now there are not 3 parties. There are only 2 parties, seller and buyer. You are not taking loan from bank. Because when you take loan from bank immediately pays off to the builder, the seller. The seller is free. Risk free now when the bank gives him the money. Here we are not entertaining the bank. Okay. So check. The seller becomes a lender in relation to the unpaid purchase price. And the buyer becomes the borrower. In such a case, unpaid purchase price can be treated as capital borrowed already. That means 24B interest reduction will be allowed, even if not actually borrowed. You're just going to pay it in future, that amount, along with interest. For acquiring house property, and interest paid thereon can be allowed as deduction under section 24. Clear till here? So just give it a star mark over, I mean, later on give a star mark over here also. Clear? There can be small MCQ put here and there, or a case study can be, they can modify it. Okay, I'm very, as in, skeptical, doubtful about board of studies. They can put any question on anything from the study matter. Okay, one line here and there, they can make the question. Then we keep on scratching our brain. Where is this concept given? These are given in such points. All right. This we have already covered, bacho. And then they have just given the formats for different cases. Fine. You have got those points also, vacancy loss and which one? Unrealized rent you have covered. But if your step number 2 is lower because of vacancy loss, those also you have covered. Okay. This is covered. 25A also we have covered for that 30% salary reduction and a recovery of unrealized rent, etc. This also you have covered. Okay, the unrealized rent coming from the earlier years. So understand that if there is unrealized rent recovered or arrears of rent received, in the year, it will be taxable normally in the year of receipt. And in the year of receipt, the assessee need not be owner. Okay, this concept you have already covered. So even if he's not an owner later on, still income from house property can arise. Okay, because he has recovered unrealized rent. Co-owner we have done. Co-owner, a very important point we have understood. The limits of 30,000 ceiling limits are for SOP. Ceiling limits of SOP. 30,000 or 2 lakhs is available per assessee, not per house. Okay. Fine. Section 27 deemed ownership will cover in the chapter of clubbing of income. That point I had already also mentioned in the notes. Okay. That's it. At the end of the textbook, they have also given some notes, that is, they are helpful for revision purposes. Okay. Find it all of you. For your homework for today, you will go through all the questions which we have covered. Okay. At least go read through it. It will take 1 hour to read all the questions and solve it there. Solve means just quickly check, are you understanding or not? Yeah, clear, everybody? And if you remember the name also, we have done the cases, most of it. So you'll not find anything too much of different. Okay. Arun, Bimbal, we have covered these cases, bacho. Hai. Fine, happy? So, bacho, income from house property, one head of income is complete. Okay, as of today. Hai. Great. So, income from house property, bacho, done. Right? All right. हाँ नितिन बोलो, डाउट? टेक्स्ट बुक चाहिए, मेरा टेक्स्ट बुक चाहिए क्या? ओके. I'll upload it in the drive, बच्चों. Okay. Anything else? We start with new chapter then. चलेगा ना? क्या break ले फिलहाल अभी, फिर then we start a new chapter. ए भाई.
नो सर, अभी लेते हैं. 10 बजे ब्रेक लेंगे. 10:30.
चेक व्हाट्सएप नितिन, ठीक है. हाँ ठीक है. नहीं, मैंने वो सेक्शन सिखाया नहीं अब तक नितिन। 111 और 112 में मत जाओ फिलहाल, अभी जाने की जरूरत नहीं है। जब हम उसमें जाएंगे चैप्टर में कैपिटल गेन्स, दैट टाइम वी विल कवर इट। ओके, wherever you see 111, 12, 111A, etc. Right now, don't go into it. From study material, okay? Because you have not covered that. You'll get unnecessarily, you'll get confused. Because you should know what is 111A and 12, then it will be easier. We'll start with new chapter then, everybody. Huh?